Hey guys, welcome back to TunjaGo.net. This is Nethervoid, also known as John, doing another strategy series for you this week. And this week I've got the KV-1, which is part of patch 7.3. This is the brand new KV-1, replacing the KV. And I kind of want to replace, I've got a lot of tanks now to replace on this tree. Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. There's a bunch of new tanks on this Russian tree, and they've replaced a couple of the tanks. So I'm going to be redoing a lot of these strategy series in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try to get KV-1 and KV-2 this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to get KV-2, but I'm definitely doing KV-1. So here's the KV-1, Tier 5 Russian heavy tank. It's pretty awesome. It's the first heavy you can get in the line here, since the KV-2 is actually a Tier 6, but it looks like it's a Tier 5. It's actually the start of both of the heavy lines. And it's a pretty awesome tank. It used to be really awesome because it had the 107, but now it only has this 85, which is still really good, but it doesn't have one. The 107 had 167 pen, 300 damage. It was really overpowered. Now this tank feels like it's more in line with other Tier 5s, especially with, I think, the PZ4 from the German line with its awesome gun. I think it's a force to be. These two tanks going up against each other, to me now is a pretty even fight. So the way you play this tank, it's a very slow tank. It's probably like a 20-kilometer-an-hour tank, and it hits really good, has really nice armor. You get a lot of dings on this thing, but it's very heavy. So the way you want to play this thing is kind of get in people's face. The gun is not very accurate, so you need to be in people's face all the time. Try to play pop-out game with people and overpower them. Try to keep pushing on them so they have to, if they have good positioning, they're going to have to leave that nice positioning to try to get out of there before you get around the corner and pop them in the face. So you need to be a little aggressive with this tank. It's definitely not a sniper. It's more for aggressive people. It's definitely, this is, like, if this is your first taste of a heavy tank, this is what heavy tanks to me should be. Kind of in your face, a little aggressive, not really defensive at all. That's more for TDs and stuff. Anyway, that's how you play this tank. So, pretty nice hit points on this tank. It's actually not that good for a Tier 5 heavy. The T1 heavy from the Americans has 660, and the ARL 44 from the French has a whopping 840. So this is actually the weakest Tier 5 heavy as far as hit points is concerned. 500 horsepower, pushing 49 tons. Not a great power to weight ratio, and that's why this thing is so sluggish. 34 speed limit. You're going to get into the 20s probably with this thing. It's not very fast. 20 traverse is not very good. It's pretty easy to circle this tank. 75 hull armor doesn't seem like a lot, but I get some pretty good bounces with this thing. I guess 75 seems about right. 110 all around on the turret is really awesome. It's better than the Tiger's front armor on the hull. It's just pretty weird, but it is. Let's see, 24 turret traverse. You're going to get combined 44 again. It's pretty easy to flank this tank and circle it. So when you're pushing up on people, just be careful of that. Don't let them, if they're going to look like they're going to pop out and try to circle you, shoot them in the track, and make sure you back up and turn the turret and the tracks so you can back up at twice the speed and get that full 44 degrees per second on your turret to try to blow off their track or something. 310 view range. It's okay, not that great. You're definitely not a good spotter, but it's not horrible. It's about middle of the pack, I think. 440 signal range on the radio. It's a little bit lacking. I mean, it's okay though. You're gonna probably lose contact if people are at the opposite corners of the map, and the other guy doesn't have a good radio either. But 440 is really just it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. So let's get into modules. Again, I already talked about the radio. 360 is what you're going to start with, which is kind of a poor radio, but it's still okay. It's not really really bad, but it's not great. The 440 really bumps it up and helps you out with credits and XP as far as making sure you can spot and radio back enemies that you're shooting at and other people are shooting at. The tracks, you're going to have to get these tracks here for the gun, but really you're going to need these tracks to get the turret and the gun, so that's really what you're getting it for anyway. You do get a slight degree per second increase, but it's not a lot. It's going to this tank feels very sluggish when it's stock, so the tracks will help a little bit with that, but mainly you're getting it because you need the turret and the bigger gun. Now the engine, you are going to start out with this first engine upgrade. Well, that's actually the first engine I think you have. Yeah. you'll start out with this first engine upgrade at 500 horsepower. So you're not going to see any difference really from upgrading, except you're going to get from 20 to 15% chance for impact for fire. So you're already going to start out with a decent engine. You're going to, the tracks will feel a little sluggish, turning will feel sluggish, but as far as acceleration, it's going to feel the same the whole time you're playing it. Still a little sluggish, but not like crawling. So the turret upgrade here is pretty decent at 15 more armor, and then 35 on the sides and back. That's really nice. The view range is the same, and so is the traverse. So really, you're getting a nice armor upgrade. Plus, you need this second turret to load the 85 anyway. When you first start, you're gonna have the 76mm gun here, 86 penetration, 110 damage. Not that great. You're gonna have to get some side shots on people, maybe get in their face and get around them a little bit, and then take a shot in their sides. But 86 pen is not that great. It'll probably be fine against some German tanks, as long as they're, again, you don't shoot them in the turret. If you hit the lower plates, you'll probably have an okay time. Once you upgrade to this 85mm, because you're probably going to skip these two other ones, because if you look at the tech tree, they don't go up to, unless you're getting the KV-2, there's no reason to get these two guns. They don't unlock anything else. They're kind of dead ends. So you'll probably go right from the 76 to the 85. You should already have it unlocked. So once you get the turret, just throw that sucker right on. So you're going to get tracks and turret. Throw that sucker right on for 120 pen, 160 damage. That's a pretty decent gun and a pretty nice reload rate. And this gun will help you out quite a bit. It's not going to be the same if you're used to the 107. It's going to feel a little awkward to have this gun, but it's still a nice gun. You just have to be a little more cautious with this tank than you used to be. So that's modules. Let's do some research.
Here's the KV-1 tech tree, and right off the bat, if you'll notice, if you only went through the T28, you're only going to have a couple things unlocked. You're going to have this engine unlocked, and you're going to have this 85 unlocked, and that's really it. Everything else is KV-1 and above for this whole tank. So what I would do right off the bat, since you do need the tracks to get that turret, the first thing you want to do is try to get that 85, because you need the extra pin. So you're going to want to get those tracks first, then get this turret, and then get the 85, because you're going to need that definitely. After that, I would probably unlock this radio, because you can use it all the way up to, well, it looks like tier 8. So I'd get that radio all right off the bat after that. After that radio, I would probably get I would probably get the engine first. The radio's good, but the engine's much better. So tracks, turret, engine, radio, everything else, and then unlock the tank of your choice. The 150 goes up, I think, the KV line up to the IS-4. That's the more armored side, and the KV-1S goes up the IS line, which is the more mobile, faster, still hard-hitting line, which ends in the IS-7. The KV-2 moves over into the artillery pieces if you want to do that. So that's pretty much the tech tree, and let's get back from research. And I don't put equipment on tanks until tier 7, but if you decided to, I would definitely go to Vent. I would definitely go to Rammer. Except remember, I think this Vent will fit on all heavies, but this rammer's a medium caliber rammer, so it will not move all the way up with you. It will only fit on medium tanks. I think that the size of the gun is proportional to the rammer that you're getting. This is like kind of a medium-sized gun, and so you have a medium-sized rammer. At the top end of this tank line on the IS-7 or the IS-4, I would get vert stab, so I would not buy the laying drive. It's not going to help you all the way up the line. Could get the toolbox because your crew's not going to be that good. Probably won't have any repair. The toolbox will help you repair those tracks a bit quicker if you get caught out in the open. If you're trying to do no gold, I'd do toolbox, binocs, and camo net. That's probably the 3 pieces I'd get if you're going to move them around. So that's equipment. Now, looking at ammo, I did put a little more HE in this time because as of 7.4, HE helps out a little more. It does a little more damage and can damage modules and crew members and stuff a little bit easier. So HE is pretty nice. Is back to what it used to be. As of a couple of patches ago anyway. Still, you're going to be mainly shooting AP, so 68 rounds of that is good. For consumables, I only get the one small repair kit for tier 5s and 6 because it doesn't make sense to spend all this money on consumables when you're not making much money off this tank, and the repairs are really tiny on the tank. Your crew should look a lot better than this. They probably should be about 85% when you're ready to move on to your next tank. And you're going to take that crew off and bump them up to the next tank, move them into your next tank, and retrain them by going to training. And then in the next vehicle, it'll say current vehicle. You click that, and I'd probably go with the free
crew trained, because on these lower tanks, usually you're hurting for money pretty bad, and 100,000 to retrain this crew is pretty heavy amount to pay for a tier 6, because tier 6 is like not even 1,000,000 credits. So spending more than 10% of the credits to retrain the crew, I mean, you can if you have the extra cash, but if you don't do it. So your crew at 85% should be pretty nice and pretty accurate. The aim times, you'll notice they're much better, and that's the kind of crew you should have. Let's get this thing into a couple of games. So this is a great game I had on, and I did not click the thing. I actually had to record these from replays before I did the 1.4, and I'm speeding it up a little here because all I'm doing is waiting to get in position. But these are all 7.3 replays. They're going to be for probably all the new KV, all these new KV tanks and stuff. I can't remember what map name this is, because it's a newer map and I don't remember all the names. I don't remember a lot of the names of the map. Nice hit on a T1 heavy. They have really bad side armor. This guy's really pushing. These tanks are fast. Like I said, T1 heavy's it's kind of like driving a huge medium. So he's going to press right in and try to get to our arty, I think is his plan here. Also scouting out a lot of people. He's doing a suicide run. I used to do this a lot when I first started playing this game, because you can get a lot of XP and credits just by being the first to scout people. So that's what he's doing, just trying to scout our whole team. And then he's going to die. That's kind of his plan, I think. I used to do this a lot in the very beginning, because once you did that, you can get out of the game and just get another tank. So it's like, why not just suicide in, get a few thousand credits, and then get another tank? Because I didn't need the XP. All I needed was money to get the next tank. It's pretty easy to unlock all the tanks early on. Later in the game, it does get a little more about unlocking pieces and stuff. I mean, money, well, at least for modules. To get the next tank might be really expensive, but to get the next gun or whatever is like 100K, and that's not that big of a deal when you get higher up in tier. Especially if you got a couple gold tanks or something. So obviously I spawn top tier. That's going to make this really good. This tank doesn't do all that well when it gets spawned against tier 7s and 8s like it used to. I basically just try to do what I do with all tier 5s that get spawned in those kind of games, is kind of hide and take the shots that you can take. You aren't going to get that many. You're going to get very lucky to get a few and not die. So this tank is just like every other tank now in the higher tier matches. And they're really not that fun to watch because there's not a lot going on. You usually get like 1 kill in those games because I killed somebody who was half dead or something. So anyway, here's a KV-1 and me going up against each other. So notice how I'm using the rock a lot and he's pushing. He's walking right into my shots. He was letting me reload for a while. He's also not shooting me. I'm angling my armor and he's trying to kind of driving straight on me. I'm shooting in that upper area, which seems to be pretty weak and flat. There are a lot of good viewports there to shoot at. If you see viewports on a tank, shoot at the viewports. The armor is weaker there. It doesn't matter what tank it is. So I was trying to shoot him in the driver viewports and the machine gun ports. And apparently it worked. So he's dead. T1 heavy, got tons of damage on him. I think it was 1 damage to kill him. Total moneymaker right there, 1 damage. Couple kills. Our team's doing pretty good. The North got crushed. I don't know what they're doing. I'm telling those faster guys to turn around and go crush the 2 mediums back there, because as a KV, I just went back and forth to the base a couple times, and if I keep doing that, I'm going to die. I need to put some pressure on these guys. They've still got 2 KVs, so they could still easily win this game. So here's one of the KVs, being way too, playing way too much defense, especially with me being at 66% and he's at 100. He should just drive right up and jack me up. I don't know what he's doing. He's being way too defensive. See, he can't hit me properly, probably because that gun's not very accurate, or he doesn't know where to shoot me. So I'm getting kind of a side shot right there. If that was the 107, it would have torn him into the butthole. But this is the 85, so not happening. So he gets a shot there, right on the edge of my lower plate where it meets the track. Now I got a shot here. I'm just going to keep my gun there and keep shooting. See what I can do. Oh yeah, there we go. Lit him on fire even. So now he's actually lower than me because he's just sitting there letting me shoot at him, giving me side armor. When if he would have just pushed up and got in my face a little more, he probably would have had won this battle. This 1v1 little... Well, I guess guys were shooting him as well, but I think I'm the only one that did damage. So now he's pretty much one shot from death. And hit the dirt. Wow, okay. It's another shot on me there, but it's just not enough. Right in the soft armor in the top. Boom! You're dead. So, killed me another a KV. It looks like we had an ally shoot another ally. That's not good. There's the other KVs at 21%. I'm going to let them handle it. There's 4 tanks on a 21% KV. I don't need to go back. I'm going to press in and try to get these arty out of the way. Maybe I can, once you crush these arties up, we'll have no problems killing that KV. Because those TDs usually don't move around much, and they're prime targets for arty. Looks like their medium, though, is at our base, killing our mans. Namely our artillery. Which, you know, I don't have any respect for... Not respect, I just don't care about arty anymore. In fact, after patch 7.4, I purposely go after arty now a lot. Just because I feel like arty's... I don't know, I just hate arty. It's kind of like snipers in any FPS. To me, if you're not gonna... If you're so far away I can't even see you, that's not a fair enough fight to make it fun for me. It might be fun for you to shoot somebody in the head all the way across the map, but that's not fun for the guy you're shooting. And to me, all these PvP games need to be fair enough on both parties that it's fun for both. And if the guy wins, he just beat you because he had better skill than you. With the same set of equipment, or the equipment he chose that was similar to yours, he beat you because he has better skill. Not because he had better game mechanics on his side. That's not... You can't brag about that. Oh, as an arty, I killed a guy in one hit when he couldn't even see me. That's not... Yeah, and... That's not awesome. That'd be like you're going into the Olympics, and you're doing a gun match, and everybody has handguns, and one guy has a rifle with a scope on it. Would that be a fair? I mean, what would be the point of that match? That wouldn't be a fair match at all. Why wouldn't everybody just have sniper scopes? You know what I mean? That'd be stupid. So you don't see any you don't see sports competitions where one guy has a big advantage over the other guy. They don't make sports like that. It's just stupid. So I don't know. I think it's dumb. That's why I just kind of go after artillery. I was fine kind of before they buffed HE, but now that they buffed it, I don't know. Now that it's back to what it was, I guess, in beta, that's fine. But it was ridiculous after 7.4. So, pretty good game. I got 3 kills. I got steel wall and sniper in this game. 1,200 point match. Nice credits. Killed 3, damaged that T1 heavy, and also detected the KV-1 that was camping. So, overall, great game. Let's get another one. Here's another great game I had on Abby. And again, I am top tier, but there's a lot of tier 5s in this match. To me, this is how a game should be. Tier 5s and tier 4s. Now, we do have some tier 3s on our side, but in general, this is a tier 5 versus tier 4 game. This is perfect. In this kind of a game, skill rises to the top. In fact, if they really wanted to make this a great game, now, they wouldn't make as much money, and I'll tell you why in a second about that, but they would put all tier 5s in a game. It'd just be all tier 5s. Now, arty, you can have tier 3 because they're so ridiculously insane. In fact, why don't they just rebalance arty to make tier 5s just as effective as tier 5 tanks? That seems normal to me. Then they don't even need to stop arty at tier 8. They can just stop them at tier 10 and ramp up the arty. You know? I mean, you know, spread it out a little more. Anyway, back to, if this was all tier 5s, then this game would be exactly about skill. Who's the better tanker? Because everybody would have the same level of tank. But they won't do that, and here's why. Because a lot of people are horrible at this game. If they never win, or never get any kills, or always die really quickly because they rush in like noobs and just blow up in 5 seconds, they'll quit playing the game. If they quit playing the game and don't get into the higher tiers, World of Tanks can't... Well, and I speed it up here because I am just driving. World of Tanks can't make as much gold because these people have quit the game. They don't have as many people in the game. Here's another reason. If what people like to do at the top is it's fun to be in a tier 9 and be shooting at tier 6s all day long. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun to get 4 kills because you're a tier 9 or 10 shooting a bunch of tier 6s. I mean, come on, duh. But there's no skill in it. It's nice to see the big numbers flash up on the screen and get all those credits and stuff. Churchill, shoot this guy in the turret, okay? Bam! Took off 140 health right there. Nice hit on that guy. Again, T1 giving side armor. If he was facing me head on with a little bit of angle, I probably wouldn't be able to hit him. Well, I'd have a lot harder time. But he didn't. He gave me some side armor. A lot of these lower noobs do give out side armor quite a bit. And they die over it. Don't give out side armor like that. He's dead. So we pretty much roasted this side. That was all their good tanks. And now they're all dead. Well, not all their good tanks, but a lot of their good tanks. They got 2 T14 still. This game is pretty much over, even though we only have... Well, I guess it's really not. Because it came right through the middle there. So I'm RTBing because nobody's going to cover the breakthrough they did. See that breakthrough that's coming out now in H5 now? They're coming up into our base, and nobody's there to do anything about it because... I don't know why. I guess nobody turned around. They failed in the city and everybody died. So I'm going to go back, RTB. I got some guys going to their base, and I'm going to stop their cap here. At least if I can't kill them, I'll damage them and reduce their cap points, and hopefully our team can cap before they can. Now we're down 2 tanks. Let's see what this KV can do. T14 half dead. Should be no problem. T14 has pretty crappy armor. Well, for tier 5s it does. If you're tier 3 shooting at it, yeah, you're going to have a problem. The gun is pretty decent. It has a really fast reload rate. But, bam! Not good armor. Not good health either, really. Bam! Let's see. Here we go. Ram kill! So he rams me so that I can kill him, I guess, apparently. I don't know. So they just reset us on the cap. I got to get these guys out of here. T28, really pretty good tank. Except that it's super huge. It does get the same gun that I already have on my tank. And I don't think he has it, though. But he's... Bam! No armor on this thing. He needs to be driving around. I don't know why he's just sitting there. Boom, you're dead. Really no contest, a T28 versus a KV-1. If the T28 is sitting behind some cover and sniping, he might be able to kill me. SU-85, if he has the big gun, that could really hurt because it's over 300 damage. I don't think he has it, though. Doesn't look like the big gun. No. Oh, no. See, you need to hit him in that hatch right next to his gun. Right there. Right there. Boom! You're dead. 3 kills. We're definitely capping now. We got no problems. Ooh, what's this? This has got to be that Wolverine, M10 Wolverine. Not sure what I'm doing here. Okay, he's over that way. Where are you, bro? I'm thinking of getting some low ground here. There we go. So only my turret is exposed. Get some hold down. Take his track off there. Not like he's going to do anything anyway. Now, that's his weak armor, that upper plate there. Right above the bulbous area of the lower plate. Don't hit these guys in the lower plate. You will not pen them. Boom! Right through the side armor there. That's much weaker than that front armor. 3 hits and he's going to die. This is it. We already won anyway, but let's see if I can kill him off. You're dead. 4 kills. Nice, nice. 1,500 point game. Nice credits again, 38,000. This is a good moneymaker. I got Sniper, and let's see who I killed. 4 kills. Damaged T1 in the church. And 16 shots landed, 17 shots landed, 16 for the sniper. Do it for the KV-1. Let me know what you think about this tank and if you've played it. And hopefully I'll be doing the KV-2 as well. And let me know what you think. Later, guys.